So boy, Omega Man, Z-Shun, Sniper Mode. Freaking God. What else is my moniker? As I like to say. So as I was saying, yeah, it's not like I'm looking for attention. It's because I love streaming. It's addictive because it's the thrill of doing something live, achieving something live. A lot of it's at stakes. I mean, I can bark, but anyways, let's just not waste any time. So let's just. I have the blank screen open. Let's just do a baseline. How many presidents I already know? So I know Spiro Agnew, Aaron Barr, John Adams, or Walter Mondale, Vice President Gore, Dick Cheney, who are the recent one? Al Gore, Dick Cheney, Vice Pence. Who was Biden's vice president? Harris, right? Kamala Harris. So this is all I know, I think, basically. And some presidents, president or vice presidents. So let's see how long it takes to body this. VP, vice president of the United States. Let's see how long it takes me to memorize the rattle them out. Rattle them out. You hear me? Is Redneck Ahmed again? Redneck Ahmed. Vice President of the United States. No, where's the list? Where's the freaking list? Vice Presidents. List. Okay, here we go. This should. Okay, so Adams, Jefferson. What? Adams, Jefferson, George Clinton, Elbridge, Gary, Daniel D. Tompkins, John C. Calhoun, Martin Van Buren. Oh my God, I don't think I can do it. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. It's too many, man. Okay, let's just slow down. So we know Vance, we know Harris, we know Pence, we know Biden Jr. Or Joe Biden. Okay, he was Barack. Okay, then Cheney and Gore, Al Gore, Quayle, Bush. So we know all these. So that's easy. Mondale, I knew that. So before that is Rockefeller. Rockefeller is Rocket Nation. Rockefeller. And then Gerald T. Ford. And before he was Agnew, I knew Agnew. Hubert Humphrey, my dad did fellowship. LBJ, Nixon. So those were the presidents. Before them was Barkley. Just think of Charles Barkley. Harry S. Truman is president. Henry H. Wallace. Before that, Nance Garner. Charles Curtis, 50 cents. Charles G. Dawes, Dawson's Creek. Coolidge, Marshall, Thomas A. Marshall. Think of martial law. Sharman, is that also that was Sharman? Which Sharman is that? It's a different Sharman. Fairbanks. There was a hot chick in high school. Her name was Fairbanks. I don't know. She was Cheyenne, but she was white. And I don't know. I was a creep. And Theodore Roosevelt, Hobart. Hobart is a street in LA called Hobart, I think. Stevenson. These earlier ones are the difficult one. Okay, so Stevenson, Morton. Just think of Morton. Hendricks, just think of Hendricks. Arthur, he was a president. Wheeler, you just have to remember that. Wilson, just think of the ball. Wheeler, Colfax, okay, you just have to remember. Andrew Jackson was the president. Hannibal, just think of Hannibal Lecter. Breckinridge, Rufus King. Okay, Miller Fillmore was the president. Dallas, Tyler, probably Dallas is named after Dallas. Tyler, Mentor Johnson, stands out the name. Calhoun. So let's go. Let me see. It's basically space repetition. Like basically, you see how many you don't get and how many you get. Okay, so let me go. So Adams, Barr, Jefferson. Okay, let's go again. Adams, Jefferson, Barr. Okay, let's go again. Adams, Jefferson, Barr, George C. Clinton, Calhoun. Let's check. No, Calhoun comes later. So it's Gary and Tompkins. So those two comes in between Calhoun. So it's repeating ones are these two, and in between we squeeze Gary and Tompkins. And then Van Buren was the other president. And after Van Buren, he went to the Mentor and learned to be a Tyler, like a Wall Tyler. And then he said, go to Dallas. And you go to Dallas to fill more gas and to see a No Kings March with Donald Trump. What the hell am I thinking? Breckinridge. And then you get so mad that you break a bridge. And then comes Hannibal Hamlin. And then he takes you to a John toilet. Let me see if mnemonics helps. So Adams, Jefferson, Barr, Clinton, Gary, Tompkins, Calhoun. Okay. After that, Van Buren. Okay. After Calhoun, I have to connect these two. So after Calhoun, Van Buren. So Cal Newtrop. Newport, Van Buren. He goes. Cal Newport goes to Van Buren. Then he goes to Mentor to be a Tyler, Dallas, Fillmore, Gas, and this No King's March, Breckenridge, Hamlin comes to take you to John, which means toilet, and you go to Carfax or Colfax or Coal Factory. John's to from bathroom. You go to Coal Factory to get buy a Wilson ball to be on, and after that you take a wheelchair to go to an Arthur and Jimi Hendrix. You meet Hendrix, who takes you a Morton salt or Norton salt. Is it Morton or Norton? Morton, I think. Morton salt. Hendrix is a Morton salt, and you go to Stevenson. Okay, let me see. Let's revise. I think I can do it in half an hour. I think. Let me see. Adams, Jefferson, Barr, Clinton, Gary, Tompkins, Calhoun, Van Buren, Mentor, Tyler, Dallas, Fillmore, Rufus Kings, Breckenridge, I think Johnson. After Breckenridge, I think Andrew Johnson. Colfax. After Colfax, okay, let's match. So I got Dallas, Fillmore Gas, Rufus King, Breckenridge, Hamlin. I missed the Hamlin. So after Break the Bridge, Hannibal comes from Punic fight, Hannibal Hamlin, and he takes you to Johnson Colfax. After Johnson Colfax, Wilson. After Colfax, Wilson, you buy the Wilson ball, and then you go to Willer in a wheelchair to Arthur. To an author who's the author of Jimi Hendrix, gives you Saul Morton, and you go to Stevenson. Okay, I think we're kind of getting a hang of it. Stevenson, what should be a quote for Stevenson? Louis S. Stevenson, Treasure Island. Salt to treasure. No, that's too complicated. You have to make it simple. Steve. Steve is what? Short for Steve is, I don't know. Steve. I don't know. It's Steve. Just Morton Stevenson. Hobart. That's the LA thing. From Hobart to Roosevelt Avenue, Hobart, Roosevelt, Fairbanks. My crush, high school crush. Here, Fairbanks, Roosevelt. The old creep goes to my high school car, who goes to Sharman Tank. My crush goes to Sharman Tank, which is a Sharman and Marshall group together. And you cool off after the war, Marshall, and you go to Dawson's Creek to cool off. There's a lake. And then comes 50 Cent with Jennifer Garner and Wallace. Wallace from fucking Braveheart. Wallace, after Jennifer Garner becomes Braveheart Wallace, and then someone says, "True man." Who says that? Barkley says that. Okay, let's see how good are we doing here. Okay, let's go again. Oh, God. Who was the first president? Adams, Jefferson, Barr. George Clinton, and after two Clintons, we had Gary Tompkins. We have Calhoun. Van Buren. Cal Newport goes to Van Buren. After Van Buren, we got mnemonics are good. I have anathema for mnemonics. Mnemonics are good. Van Buren goes to Tyler, which goes to Dallas, Fillmore, and after Fillmore, I think it's Hannibal Hamlin. Is it Fillmore? No. Fillmore, no King. Sorry, Fillmore, Rufus Kings, Breckenridge, Hannibal Hamlin, and after Hannibal Hamlin, we got Hannibal goes to what? Oh, freaking hell, man. I miss. Okay, this is how you find out your okay. Tyler. Okay, Mentor. Oh, Van Buren goes to Mentor, who takes you to Tyler, Dallas, Fillmore, No Kings, Breckenridge, Hamlin to the Johnson. Okay, so Pied Piper Hamlin goes to big toilet, flushes down the toilet, which emerges as a coal factory. From coal factory, you go to a ball factory, which is Wilson. From wheelchair to Arthur, Hendrix give Morton. I'm closing my eyes right now. Morton goes to the salt. You throw the salt on what? Hendrix salt, Treasure Island, Stevenson. So after Stevenson becomes Garner, I think. Garner becomes fucking, I don't know. No. Oh, no, I messed up. So after Stevenson, Hobart, the LA Hobart thing, Hobart Street, Roosevelt Street, Fairbanks, Roosevelt the creep goes to Fairbanks, my crush, Fairbanks goes to Sharman Tank, which goes to Marshall, Sharman and Marshall, the groups together. Then he cools down, war cools down, you go to Dawson's Creek, Curtis, 50 Cent comes with Jennifer Garner, who becomes Wallace, Braveheart Wallace, and someone says True Man. Who says True Man? With Charles Berkeley, and then Nixon is Watergate. And then Nixon, Johnson, Humphrey. After Johnson, LBJ, you get some BJ is a BJ restaurant, which becomes squashed by a camel hump, and from there you Agnew. You become Agnew Ford, a car. Ford comes with Rockefeller, Jay Z, with Mondale. Mondale is Ward, Mondale, and from there, okay, now I got that. From Mondale, Bush, Quayle, Gore, Cheney, Biden, Pence. Okay, so how long has it been? 10:28. Yeah, I think I can do it in half an hour, and then write it down on a notepad, and we'll match. Oh, I'm not even looking at I'm so zoned in, dialed in. I'm not even looking at the chat. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, Unc. Yeah, I'm Uncle Russell Peters here. Okay. Anyways, let Lewis Hamilton focus. Let Bruce Lee get in the zone. Let Kobe meditate on the candle in the dark room with Phil Jackson coaching him. Let the master do his thing. Let Leonardo do his. Let Van Gogh paint. Let the painter paint. Wrath of Man is an excellent movie with Jason Statham. So, anyways, so let me fix my fault. So after Johnson, Van Buren, Mentor Johnson, Tyler, Dallas, Fillmore, Rufus King, Breckenridge, Hamlin, Hannibal Hamlin goes to Big Johnson from Colfax, Wilson, Wheeler, Arthur Hendricks, Morton, Stevenson, Hobart. So after Stevenson, Treasure Island, you go to Hobart. Hobart is Hogwarts. Think of Harry Potter. So from Treasure Island, which is fantasy, Hobart is fantasy. Roosevelt, another fantasy emblem. From Roosevelt, the creep goes to my crush, who goes to Sharman Tank. Marshall cools down, Coolidge Dawes, where Dawson's Creek at Curtis and Garner, Wallace. It's a mnemonics. People who think I'm not going crazy. These are not mad libs. Anyways, Wallace, a Braveheart Wallace. Remember the Wallace guy? I know I'm showing my age here. Truman, who says Berkeley. And after Berkeley goes to Watergate to shake hands with Nixon. From Nixon goes to BJ Restaurant, which camel squashed by a camel. From NU comes Ford with Rockefeller Nation, Jay-Z, who takes a tour around the world. And after the world goes to the burning bush, eats a quail in a gory way, and comes Big Chain, Biden, which spanks Biden, as pennies comes out of his mouth, which Harry Kamala Harris collects and wears the Vans shoes. Mnemonics are powerful. Don't understand that, but it's only good for lists, for like limited finite objects. Okay, let's go. Let's rip it. Let Eminem, let Jason Bourne rip it. Let's Eminem. Okay, here we go. Okay, is the mic rolling? Where's my snare? Okay, here we go. Jefferson. Hold on a second. Adams, Jefferson, Barr, George Clinton, Gary Tompkins, Calhoun, Martin Van Buren, Mentor Johnson, I think Dallas. Was it Dallas? Fillmore, Rufus King? No, Mentor Johnson, who mentor of what? Tyler. You learn to tile, floor tiles. Tyler goes to Dallas, Rufus Kings, no Kings March. Dallas, no King. No, Dallas Fillmore, no Kings. Let me check that. Okay, I got that wrong. Tyler, Dallas Fillmore. Okay, so mentor of tiling takes you to Dallas, which is to eat salad, and you fill more gas as Rufus King comes, and you Breckenridge, Hamlin. After you break the bridge, Hamlin comes, and then Creep. No, the Hobart. After Hamlin comes the Hobart. After Hobart, Roosevelt. Roosevelt goes to my crush, Fairbanks. If she's watching, it's so cringe. Anyways, we go to Fairbanks, the Sharman Tank, Marshall. Sharman reminds me of Marshall, which is Marshall. And after Marshall, you go to freaking what the hell? Coolidge. Where? Dawson's Creek, Dawes. Curtis, 50 Cent comes with Jennifer Garner, who becomes Braveheart's Wallace. After Wallace, you go to Braveheart's Wallace. Oh shoot, what happens there? Oh, I miss Stevenson. Somewhere. Where was Stevenson? What the hell was Stevenson? Oh, Breckenridge, Hamlet, Johnson, Colfax. I missed this. Wilson, Wheeler, Arthur. I missed a whole bunch. I missed Morton. I missed Stevenson. I jumped straight to Hobart. Okay, nice to know. I messed up. Hey, this is real, man. This is real. I ain't fooling around. No edit, no jump cuts, no fucking editing out. This is real. This is how people learn, by making mistakes. Okay. Anywho, Hamlin, Johnson. Hamlin goes to Pied Pepper Hamlin flushes down Johnson toilet, which comes out Colfax, Wilson Wheeler, Arthur Hendricks, Morton Stevenson, Hobart, then Hobart, Roosevelt. Hobart is Hogwarts, Stevenson, Treasure Island, Roosevelt, Fairbanks, Sherman, Marshall, then Marshall, Coolidge, Dawes, Curtis, Garner, Wallace, Truman, said by Charles Barkley, and then Nixon, Johnson. After Barkley goes to Watergate, Nixon, Johnson, Humphrey, BJ restaurant gets squashed by a camel hump. From there, NU comes Ford, Rockefeller, Nation of Mondale, Bush, Quayle, Gore, Cheney, Biden, Pence, Harris, Van. Okay, all right. All right, let's get to black belt time, black belt test time. I'm gonna take a notepad, I'm gonna write it, and then we'll match. And if I can body it, well, that's like what, in half an hour, bro. What do you get? This is freaking real life wheel hunting Jason Bourne shit. See how you learn real fast. This is why I dropped out of college. I used to go to high school, and Kevin Trudeau. I bought his mega memory course. He's a weirdo. I mean, like I shouldn't say he's a fraud or whatever, but he went to jail, and that's a fact. But I don't want to dwell on that. But the point being, yeah, I was in high school, and we used to know our professor, Mr. Frank, used to give the map of Africa, the states. I wouldn't study. I would forget. I legit would forget and come 5 minutes before the class, and because of mnemonics, would body it. But okay, let's go. So, well, what do you expect me to do? You tune in for the world's most interesting man, but you don't want to watch the world's most interesting. You're not. And I'm not trying to be a freak either. Here we go. Hide my personal stuff. Lot of corn. I have a lot of corn downloaded. Here we go. We had. Who do you have? What's Jefferson first? No, I don't think first. Jefferson. Yeah, I remember having this. Well, I missed something, I think. Who was the Hobart? When did Hobart come? Wheeler, Arthur. Shit. Hobart. After Hobart comes. Okay. Treasure Island. Arthur Stevenson? Roosevelt comes. What happens after you can break off all this? We had Morton too. Adams, Jefferson, Barr, Clinton, Gary, Tompkins, Calhoun, Van Buren, Mentor Johnson, Tyler, Galler, Fillmore, King, Rupert Breckinridge, Hamlin, Johnson, Colfax, Wilson, Wheeler, Arthur, Hendricks, Jimi Hendrix, the Arthur of I only got one wrong. Morton so far. Stevenson, Hobart, Roosevelt, Fairbanks, Sharman, Marshall, Coolidge, Dawes, Curtis, Garner, Wallace, Truman, Barkley, Nixon, LBJ, Humphrey, Anil, Ford, Rockefeller, Mondale, Bush, Quayle, Gore, Cheney, Biden, Pence, Harris, Jerry Vance. Hell yeah. That's me. What's up? Drop that subscribe button, drop the like, drop that comment, go crazy only here. Freaking Jason Bourne, freaking Will Hunting, freaking Phenomenon, John Travolta, freaking Kim Peek, freaking taxi drivers of London, black cab drivers, freaking Stephen Wiltshire, freaking who else? I don't know. What am I saying? But I'm happy I got something done finally.